Thank you for watching. So we're going to continue our fight with camera angles. No, we're going to continue this segment that I have been doing because you guys have been amazing, and continuing Heroes Feast, the Dungeons and Dragons cookbook. As per usual, I have company coming over. I have 2 hours and 15 minutes to try to prepare. So, those of you who are watching and playing the secret word game, let's go ahead and get started with you guys. Your first word, and I have lost my pencil. Oh no. Your first word is sleep. So you got that? Yes, you do. Remember, it's, oh no. Yeah, your first word is sleep. We'll do the next word next time. So, those of you playing the secret word game, remember, just tell me the secret words, and you have to watch the video or it doesn't count. So remember to please like, share, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. Before I do anything, there is something I want to show off. Somebody just had a birthday and got a new teak cutting board. This is probably the best cutting board I've ever had. Our DM is fantastic. I love him. Of course I love him. I live with him. So, this episode we're going to be doing Dwarven Mulled wine with some pan-fried knucklehead trout. Those of you who have watched for whatever amount of time, even up to 2 weeks ago, know that I do not do seafood. So we are going to have knucklehead trout, but our trout is going to be chicken. It should turn out just as good. Now, I'm going to be doing the Dwarven Mulled wine because it's going to take longer. So, pronounced by Dwarven diplomats as the finest mulled wine this side of the material plane, this mixed beverage is a multicultural affair. Originally crafted to celebrate the signing of the Sword Sheath Scroll, which ended the Kinslayer War and sealed the treaty between the Thorbarden dwarves and the nearby Quellency elves of Karn. Dwarven drinksmiths combine their own full-bodied dragon's wine with local spices with delicate fruits provided by the Quellency. The result was a perfectly balanced, spicy, and sweet concoction that satisfied and warmed the insides of both groups as they spent cold winters constructing their shared fortress of Pax Thrakis. Years later, during the War of Lance, this recipe was popularized by Lord Gunther, Grand Master of the Knights of Saloma, who would serve it to visiting knights and himself as a favorite nightcap. Flavored with orange slices, brown sugar, cinnamon, and cloves, this fruity and full-bodied wine packs a dwarven-sized punch, but is sure to thaw your bones during Yuletide or any other time of year. I have already turned the heat off for this one, so hopefully no one's dying. And I don't even know if I'm going to cook the alcohol out of this. So, cook's notes. The flavor of the mulled wine improves with rest, so consider starting it several hours ahead of time. Oops. Reheat it gently, carefully to avoid boiling, which can cause an oxidized taste. Then remove the aromatics and add the vanilla and brandy. Mulled wine recipes vary widely. This one is heavy on orange, light on spice and sweetener, and includes brandy for the modest potency boost. However, it can be customized with different liquids such as Grand Marnier, Cutnu, and Saint Germain, and spices such as some kind of pods, black peppercorns, and whole old spice. So I did get brandy. So this recipe serves 4. I'm doubling up because I'm going to be serving it to 7 guests. First things first, 2 oranges. I got 4, 1 that I have zested but is still fresh. 8 cloves, going to make it 16. Got my cloves. Mexican spices, cheaper, still full flavor. Nothing wrong with them, just cheaper. Okay, 4th cup packed brown sugar. It's going to be a 1/2 cup. Got my brown sugar. And then 1 750 milliliter bottle of wine, such as fruity red wine, Merlot, or Syrah. Remember, 2, because I'm doubling up. This one is twice the volume, sweet red. And then, that's about to go off any minute. 1 cinnamon stick. I got 2, again, Mexican spices, cheaper. I got a whole nother pack. I just got to use that one first. 1/8 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to have a 4th. Got my vanilla extract. And 3 tablespoons, which is going to be 6, of brandy. Got my brandy. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare my ingredients. The 2 oranges, got it, 8 cloves. So I am going to grab 16 cloves and I'm going to put them aside for later. So let me go over here so you can see what I'm doing. And I am loving this cutting board. I haven't even cut on it yet. I just oiled it up and prepped it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, I lost count. Crap, hold on. Okay, that's 3 right there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2 more. Okay, 15, 16 cloves. Got that. All right. And this clove bag is going to fall, which is probably how I ended up with cloves all over the kitchen. So those of you playing the secret word game, your second word is plain. Okay, next we're going to need, 2/3 a cup light brown sugar. Sorry, I thought I read that wrong. I'm glad I looked again. Hold on, let me get the measuring cup. So what I did was I did all my dishes, and then I just looked back and realized that I did all the dishes I need first. So all the dishes I need are under all the dishes I did. So if you hear me struggling or freaking out, that would be why. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to measure out my brown sugar. Actually, you know what? I think I have a thing of open brown sugar already. I do. Oh. Next, way too crusty. Glad I checked. Oh. Alright. So I'm going to need 2/3 of a cup of this brown sugar. Come on. We can... Oh, I don't know what that was. So remember, guys, and I know I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. If you like what you see, even if you don't like what you see, remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support my channel, EmberBurnsBlack on PayPal and Cashapp. And if there's something you would like me to do, please feel free to hit me up on my Google, which is also EmberBurnsBlack@google.com. Because I love to do product placements. Last product placement I had to do was with a cleaning company. And unfortunately, not only did they back up on their end of our agreement, they also sent stuff that doesn't clean. So if you see my oven here in a minute and wonder why it's greasy or slicky, that would be why. That's what I've been using. And I'm not even going to say the name of the product. The video I took down on my own accord because I did not feel comfortable false advertising, especially a cleaning product that does not clean. So they do not need any business, and they do not need... I don't want anybody to buy their product because it's just that shoddy. So I packed it. That is 2/3 a cup of brown sugar. Next we have, okay, one 750 milliliter bottle of wine. This is 1.5 liters, which would be 15,000 milliliters. I hate my back boobs, and I am sorry, guys. I just noticed that, and I've been noticing it for a while, and I hate it. So I'm going to pull out my, and I can actually use this clove roll. I got one stick of cinnamon here. And I got a second stick of cinnamon over here. In a whole nother bag that I have not opened yet. So two cinnamon sticks, ha ha ha. And then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll get to that when I get to that. Same with the brandy, spoonfuls. I'll get to that when I get to that. So using a vegetable peeler, remove zest from the oranges in wide strips. Reserve one strip for each drink and refrigerate covered until serving. Stick cloves in 2 or 3 of the remaining zest strips and set aside. Cut the zested oranges in half and juice them, which should yield about 3/4 a cup of juice. Let me get another measuring cup. Actually, how many? Okay, I think I see what's going on. Let me grab a cup. And where did I put my juicer? Oh, duh, I washed it. Is that too big? Nope, that's perfect. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. My first orange is going to be the unzested one. As soon as I find my knife. Here we go. My vegetable knife. Not my vegetable knife. Here's my vegetable knife. It's so weird to actually do the dishes and have things put away perfectly. Okay, maybe this orange is not as fresh as I thought it was. Wow. There we go. I mean, it's still good. It is still completely good. It just looks a little on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to juice this sucker. Oh yeah, juice came out of that. Let me pull my trash can over for easy throwaway. Juice my second orange, second half of this orange. And that orange is nice and juiced. And if you look, oh no. Ah, there it goes. I got some juice going in there. See it? See it? Yep, it's there. Okay, next I'm going to grab these. I'm going to try first with the vegetable peeler, which I've never really been successful with. And then my second attempt will be with my vegetable peeler clean. Yes, it is. If I don't get, oh hey, my new one. No, just what I wanted to see. So if I don't get it with a vegetable peeler, I'll do it with a knife, and that's how I will zest. So my second orange, let's see if I can get this. Nope. Oh, helps if I take the safety peel off. That would be a huge issue. I thought I washed this. I guess I didn't. Wow, the safety seal is not coming off. There we go. There we go. Let me rinse this really, really quick. All right. Let me see if I can zest this sucker. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That works. Got some really nice peels going out of that. Okay, for those of you playing the secret word game, your next word is doctor. You can see it, doctor. There is your next word. Well, I continue to zest this orange. And I'm not getting the nice big strips that I was before, but I'm going to keep trying. And I know that sticker's there. Yes, I'm taking the sticker off. Actually, this was a couple years ago. I made stuffed peppers one night. My mom was so excited to see stuffed peppers. And I was so excited to make the stuffed peppers, I didn't even realize I left the sticker on one of the peppers. And my mom was really enjoying it until she was pulling the sticker out of her mouth. So, alright, I got that zested. I'm going to cut this sucker in half. Now that is nice and juicy. The other one is a little dry, but it was still fresh. It was completely uncontaminated other than being zested. I got, oh man, there's a lot of juice in this baby. Oh, look at that. I'm actually going to take the rest of this potato peeler and I'm just going to cut up all the little colonies in this orange. And I'm just using navel oranges. Get all the juice out of it I can, and it's coming out in my hand. And squeeze that. Look at that. Just puncture these colonies so they pop open. And just juice it again. All right. Now the other half. I'm going to strain that up with this. Again, I'm doing it over the juicer. Ah! Got myself in the... Oh, that burns. I got some pulp going on, but that will be okay. All right. Squeeze that sucker. Make sure I get it all as much as I can. There we go. I'm going to give it one more good squeeze. Toss that. Grab another orange. I'm going to zest it first. Remember to peel off the sticker. Haha. Get that nice orange peel off of it. Woo! Not that piece. I'm so excited to use this cutting board. It's my cutting board's virgin recipe. I made Dwarven wine. Okay, and I'm getting a little bit nicer strips off this one, which I am loving. There we go. So these would be cool. Like, you put them in your cup with the mulled wine, and it's gonna release the flavors. Alright, that's some good zest right there. You can see it past the juicer. I got some zest going on there. Now I'm gonna cut this sucker in half. Once again, go back to juicing it. Hold on. I got, kitchen towels on the floor. I'm not a fan of that. Because I'm like pushing my weight up here. And if, in case you haven't noticed, I do have a couple extra pounds. A little savage sometimes. Squeeze it. Stab it some. Actually, I'm kind of done playing nice. I'm just going to take my knife and I'm just going to squirt myself in the face again. I was hoping I could avoid that by using the knife, because it feels refreshing until it hits your eye, and then it's like, oh, it's not as bad as an onion or lemon though. Okay, get that juice out. I don't think I should need to worry too much about the pulp, but I could be totally wrong. All right. I'm going to just keep, I don't think I need anything with it. I've already zested it. I've already juiced it. Watch me need the oranges for something later and I'll be like, nice. Oh, this one doesn't want to juice. Get on there. Oh, jeez. Hold on, I'm curious. I'm still yielding not that much, but it did say you're going to get like 2/3 a cup. What did it say? In wide strips, reserve 1 strip for drink and refrigerate covered until serving time. Stick the cloves in 2 or 3 of the remaining zest strips and set aside. Cut the zested oranges in half and juice them. Should yield about 3/4 a cup. So not a lot. I don't know how much I'm getting. Doesn't seem like I'm getting that much, but I am trying. Stabbity stab stab. Let me get all this citrus out. What I'm doing is, you know those like pouches in orange? I'm just like puncturing those pouches. Ah! And squirting myself in the face again. I highly recommend. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how much of this I've taken to the face. And yes, I just said that because I've gotten squirted 3 times now. Maybe 4. All right. I think I've got as much juice as I'm going to get out of there. This is covered in pulp. I'm just going to go around. I'm not sure what these pieces are. These look like seeds. And I'm going to actually go ahead. I'm going to scoop this pulp out real quick in the sink. Hold on. All right. That being said, I do have a nice, oh, this is getting a little heavy. Final orange. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to, no sticker, yay, zest this orange. And I am loving my new vegetable peeler, and I'm noticing if I go slow and just kind of steady, I'm getting really good strips. This orange is a little tougher than the other ones. Not sure why I bought it the other night with the other 2, but it is what it is. All right, got that zest in. Cut this in half. Oh, hold up. I can get a nice piece out of that. So I'm going to take it. Got a nice piece out of that, and I took it. Juice this. Now, stick the cloves in 2 or 3 of the remaining zest strips and set aside. So I'm going to take about, let's see, there's 16 cloves. I'm going to take about 4 strips and put 4 cloves each in them. And that should give me a good amount. This one, I've just really smashed this on here and juiced it. And yeah, I'm getting a lot of nice juice out of it. So you know what? Well, let me try squeezing this way. Maybe not taking it to the face. There we go. All right. Last one. I am so done juicing, it's ridiculous. Well, juice on the book. Which, thanks again, Sam is amazing for giving this to me for Christmas. Especially after he saw what my diabolical plans were with his book. And he picked up another one. So, he picked up the Flavors of the Multiverse, which is the other D&D cookbook. So, I don't know. I might end up doing stuff out of that. I don't know what his plans are. So let me get this. Alright. So I'm going to squeeze that. Squeeze it real good. And toss that. And let me wipe down my hands real quick. I got some... I'm actually going to let this sit here and drip. Wipe off my hands. So it says to cover and set aside. So I'm actually going to put it back in the produce bag, which should keep it fresh. But I'm going to pull out 4 strips. 3, 4. I'm going to punch those with cloves. So I said 4 pieces, 4 cloves each. So, oh, I hope this is easy. Oh, it is. 1, 2, 3, and the picture shows an orange peel in a pan. Which, did I show you guys the picture yet? I don't know. But it's got 4 cloves punched into it. Let me show you that real quick. I mean, the artwork in this book is amazing. I know I've raved about it. But see that orange peel right there? It's got 4 cloves stuck in it. So we're going to try doing that. 4 cloves per peel. 1. Get in there. Thank you. Okay. Those of you playing the secret word game, your next word is person. Person is your next word. So, 1. Oh, this, look at that clove. That clove is hooked. That's going to be fun. We're going to do it anyway. Ah, it's going to fall apart on me. 2, got it in there. 3, 4. All right, next piece. Now, as usual, I wonder why I'm always late and running by the skin of my teeth when my friends get here. And then usually I think what they do is they hide in the car and wait for me to go offline before they come in. Because I've noticed that when I finished early, they got here early. And if I'm running late, they show up late. It's like, I'm on to you guys. I love you, but I'm on to you. So, last orange peel, last 4 cloves. Maybe we can get into some fun here after this. And I am actually going to use spoons on the brandy, because in my head I cannot imagine 3 tablespoons. I'm not going to use the official tablespoon. I'm going to wing it with a kitchen tablespoon. Dining one. Whatever. So, with this done, I'm going to set my peeler aside because I might need it later. Put my knife aside. I might need that later. Move my beautiful cutting board. And again, grab another piece of cinnamon because that one hit the ground. I'm sorry. I know I cleaned this floor, but it's just I don't like serving people stuff that has been on my floor. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Over medium heat. So mine goes to 10. Medium would be 5. Bring the orange juice and brown sugar to a simmer. Get the juice out of that. Set that aside. I might need it later. And here's the orange juice. It's a little pulpy, but I think that'll work. And, oh, that's very pulpy. What the heck is that? That looks like seeds. Huh. But it's Dwarven, so it's probably a little tough. And the brown sugar. Let me actually get a whisk. I have a feeling I need a whisk. Where did I put the whisk? Ah, there's the whisk. The brown sugar has already started to solidify into the cement brick that it does. That smells good. So for those of you wondering, I have almost completely quit smoking. There is one place that I still smoke. I have almost completely quit vaping. I bought a vape today, a pocket vape, and I plan to vape when I'm around other people who vape. So other than that, I have done awesome. So let's keep that on. So I'm going to bring this to a simmer, stirring to dissolve the sugar. Sugar's dissolved. Doesn't seem to be simmering yet. But after that, I'm going to add the wine. So while I have this heating up, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open this bottle. I got to find the wine opener. Oh, shit. Sorry, I apologize for my language. I know exactly where it is, I think. You can see how often I drink. Which, I mean, I love the other, couple weeks ago when I made the, actually a month ago by now, 2 months ago maybe, when I had made the Traveler's Stew, I put malt beverage in it, thinking that I had just bought some really dark ale. And my friends were like, this is malt beverage. And I'm like, what's malt beverage? Tells you how often I drink. So, and again, I don't know if this is actually going to cook the alcohol out or not. I hope it does. Because not everyone who comes over is going to be drinking alcohol. Sometimes you just want the taste of the wine. Okay, this is starting to get hot. I can see the steam coming off of it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this bottle. wine opener's not even out of the package. This is how often I drink, guys. Oh, come on. There we go. Can I bust that one? No, I'm going to break it if I do that. It's just going to be hard to get the scissors in there. Yay! Got it. All right. Now, I love corkscrew openers. They are so easy. You just put that sucker on. Whoa, it's starting to boil. Don't want it to boil. So I'm going to remove that from the heat real quick while I continue to open this baby up. And I am going to screw this until that cork is all the way in. Now the fun part. Boop. That easy. Okay, so I'm going to stir in the wine. Wait a minute, what? And orange zest. I thought you wanted to add the orange zest to... Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add the wine. And remember, it's a bottle of wine. I doubled up because I'm serving 7 people instead of 4. So yes, I'm aware my bottle of wine is huge. Stir that up. Woo! You knew that was coming. Actually, I can use that for later. Add the cinnamon sticks and woo! The orange zest with the cloves. Okay. I got that. Stir that up. Okay. Adjust heat to medium, low, and simmer. So I have it on 5, medium, low. I'm going to go ahead and put it on 3. Yeah, 3 should be good. Partially cover, stirring occasionally until wine is fragrant, infused about 1 hour. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this timer for an hour. Let me pull the wine off of this. Woohoo! Because I can use that bottle to craft with. So now I haven't really cross-contaminated anything on my board. I'm just going to wipe it down with a napkin. Might be a little citrusy, but it's okay for what I'm doing next. So, while I have this wine going, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch gears over to the pan-fried knucklehead trout, which again is going to be chicken. That and knucklehead trout does not exist in our plane of existence. So, no picture, just the picture of the ship from the Sword Coast. Sorry. For as amazing as the artwork in here is, that is a little disappointing. So, there isn't much to see, even less to eat in the frozen tundra that is Icewind Dale, unless you know where to look. North of the spine of the world is hidden in the windswept shadow of Calvin Carn, stand 3 freshwater lakes that support the 10 villages that dot their shores, a region adeptly known as 10 Towns. The lakes of 10 Towns are unremarkable except for one feature. They are the only known location of the storied knucklehead trout, named for their thick, knuckle-shaped skulls. These fish have become the region's most lucrative export, not only for their culinary value, but rather for their finely crafted scrim shawl that local artisans make with the ivory-like head bones. Merchants from Luskin and beyond pay top dollar for these curios, which have become all the rage throughout the cities of Faerun. As a result, lakes of 10 towns often run red with the blood of local fishermen competing for a day's catch. However, what's less known outside of the region is that these rare fish are delicious as they are valuable, especially when pan-fried with shallots, lemon, salt, pepper, and paprika. If you can't source fresh knucklehead trout from the lakes of 10 towns, don't dismay. Trout from anywhere near the city of Greyhawk or Crystal Mirrored Lake close to Salis will suffice as substitutes. So that being said, there is no cook notes on this. I can smell that wine. Let me go ahead and stir that because I don't want it boiling, which kind of gives me the little, I don't know about it. It might still be alcoholic when it's ready. Especially if I'm pouring brandy in it after it cooks. It's definitely going to be alcoholic. Oh no. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to preheat the oven. Actually, what I'm going to do first is prepare the ingredients. Don't listen to me. I've lost my mind. Excuse me. So, I need, and this serves 4. I'm doubling up because I'm serving 8. And this is actually a plated meal. It's not a free-for-all like most of the dishes that I have created for my group. So I don't know how I feel about this. I might end up loving it, but so far I'm not crazy about the concept. So 1/4 cup of all flour, which is going to come out to a 1/2 cup. Let me get my 1/2 cup of flour here. Flour is always hard. So here's a 1/2 cup of flour. A teaspoon of sweet paprika. Not really worried about that. Let me actually put away the stuff I'm not going to need anymore. Hold on 1 minute. See if I can get these cloves to attack the next person like I did last week. 2 weeks ago. Cinnamon. The vanilla extract and the brandy I'm still going to need. Okay. That way I have some room. Get me my paprika. Got it. Salt and pepper. Got it somewhere. I'll find it. 4. Now remember, doubling up. 8-ounce rainbow trouts. Chicken boobs. What I'm actually going to do with my chicken boobs is I'm going to lay them out on my cutting board. My brand new cutting board. And because I'm not ready to contaminate it yet, I'm going to be very, very careful with it. Maybe. There it is. Ugh. Cling wrap. Oh, is this the cling wrap that's stuck? Yes, it is. Why are we keeping it? I do not know. This is good. I'm actually going to cling wrap my cutting board before I put the chicken on it. I like my cutting board that much. I want to use it the whole video, okay? And I'm trying not to cross-contaminate. I don't think I will, but I'm just taking the precaution, okay? So, that being said, I'm not going to risk it. I am, though, going to use this. Okay. Those of you who have been watching for any amount of time know what is coming when I start grabbing chicken and a cutting board. And I'm not willing to do this on the glass stove. I don't want to risk tossing my wine, so it is a little off camera, and for that I do apologize. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to beat my meat. So I got these 4 delicious chicken boobs. Oh, okay. They were stuck together. And then I'm going to open this other pack and have 8 delicious chicken boobs. And like I said, I apologize if this is off camera, guys. Maybe if I can open the pack of chicken. And they're about 4 ounces each. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but we'll figure this out. And these are gorgeous, if you can't see them. Can you see me over here? Yeah, you can barely see what I'm doing, but you can kind of vaguely see. So that being said, I don't think I'm... Yeah. I'm savage. I'm going to beat them. I am going to beat them good. So, and I think if I actually do this, it protects my hammer from getting all the nooks and crannies. So, that being said, and if you see me pull my hand back, I have hit my hand before. And I'm just turning it to the finer side. You know what? I don't want to totally flatten it. Oh, screw it. I like beating it. So I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to beat it again. Okay, those of you playing the secret word game, your next word is cranky. Your word is cranky. Okay. Just me beating my meat. All right, chicken's beaten. Give me 1 sec. Let me wash my hands. I know I'm going to touch the chicken later. I just don't like the feel of it on my fingers. Okay, where am I at on time? I don't know. My phone keeps beeping. I should look at it next time it lights up. All right. So, rinse and dry. Oh, it's like y'all heard me. Okay, 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Oh, 1.5, which would make 3 teaspoons of olive oil. Got the olive oil. Butter, 10 tablespoons of butter. So I just grabbed, where did it go? And I didn't pull it out of the fridge because I wanted it cold. Oh, hey, butter. It's actually exactly where it should be. That's amazing. All right, 5 tablespoons of butter, which would be 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a lot of butter. 2 sticks. Let me check this because I'm wondering if somebody's watching live and texting me, which they do. All right. I don't know what's going on. So, 1 lemon halved, which would be 2 lemons halved. So I'm going to go back to this using my old cutting board. Let me adjust you just slightly so you can see what I do. I'm going to take those lemons, cut them in half. I'm going to give this wine a stir. That is looking gorgeous. Okay. Got my onions. 1 shallot finely chopped. Well, that's going to be 2 shallots because remember, I am doubling up. So, I'm going to pull out, and I've never used shallots before, so I am a little excited about this. Which I have read when I was reading ahead, you don't want this to boil. So, I'm going to grab my shallots, and I'm guessing you peel them like an onion, because like I said, I've never used them before. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm just cutting the tip off. Oh, they're purple. Oh, cool. I guess I gotta cut the other tip off too, huh? And I've learned the hard way. I do this over here so I don't accidentally drop it in the trash. I think I did that 2 weeks ago with ginger. That was bad. Oh, wow. They are purple. They are definitely purple. So I'm going to put that in my chopper. I think that's fine enough, or small enough. That'll work. I could have cut it down a little. I should have cut it down a little. But now I know. Yeah, I definitely should have cut that down. I was feeling a little overzealous. This shallot looks a little weird. Feels weird too. It looks like it has like 3 parts, kind of like a garlic clove or garlic bulb, excuse me. Oh, hey. Yeah, it kind of looks like a garlic bulb. That's really cool. Oh yeah, that is really cool. It's like a garlic bulb. It's coming apart. It should be a little easier for me to slice this time. I'm gonna move this down. Probably could have chopped that up finer, but it is what it is at this point. Oh, I should have cut it down. Yep. There we go. This one should be easy. Easy. Alright. So we got these. They're not as finely chopped as they probably should be, but they will work. Got that nice and chopped up. So 2 shallots finely chopped, and then 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley. I'm going to make a guess here that a tablespoon would be about a sprig. And remember where we are doubling up. So I'm going to take, and a lot of these I have just ripped off and not done anything about. So I'm just going to take 4 pieces of parsley, and this is the type of parsley that you can chop up the whole thing. So, not that little thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what? Oh, hey. That looks about 4 tablespoons, right? We're going to say it is. And if not, it's our secret. So, this is getting really interesting. I don't want it to boil. So I'm going to give that a stir. All right. So, now we are going to start our knucklehead trout, which is chicken. We are going to preheat the oven to 200. Okay, with the rack in the middle of the oven. Okay. There we go. And then in a wide, shallow dish, such as a pie plate, whisk together the flour, paprika, salt, and pepper. So, oh, excuse me. Like I said, I made sure I had everything I needed. And then I threw everything else I did on top of what I needed. So I'm sorry about the shuffling, guys. So I'm going to use this. This is starting to boil. I'm going to turn this down. So I'm going to... Hey, Max! I'm going to move this. So in this, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add the flour, the paprika, which is about 2 teaspoons because I am doubling it up. And I really don't measure my spoons. I just usually go until the little voice in the back of my head says, "Child, that's enough." Now I need the salt and pepper, which we usually leave on the table. And the salt is, but I gotta find the pepper. Because everybody has been telling me I do not salt enough. So I'm trying to break the habit. I'm sorry. The pepper was not out, but the salt was. Huh, that's weird. Salt and pepper. And whisk this together, which my whisk should be dry. Oh no, it's not. And that is the only whisk I have. So, I'm going to have to fork it. So sprinkle trout lightly with salt and pepper and let rest until moist and glistening, about 5 minutes. All right, that's doable. Wonder why they didn't tell me to do that first, because that would have been nice to do while I was preparing this. So I'm going to go ahead with my trout, aka chicken, and I'm going to salt and pepper this. Doesn't say anything about both sides. I'm just going to do the one side. Honestly, I'm not ready to touch it yet. Okay. And that wine is really smelling up the kitchen. Your next word, for those of you playing the secret word game, is butts. And the oven is 200 degrees. So I'm going to let this sit for 5 minutes. I'm going to give this a nice stir. And while I let this sit for 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read ahead. See what I need to do. So, in a large non-stick skillet over medium heat, warm the olive oil and 1 teaspoon of butter, swirling to combine until melted and hot. Dredge the fillets in a flour mixture and coat thoroughly and tap off the excess carefully and place each fillet flesh side down in the skillet. Cook until the edges are opaque and the bottom is golden brown, about 2 to 3 minutes. Carefully turn with a spatula and cook until the second side is golden brown and opaque, 2 to 3 minutes more. Okay? So, I can go ahead and start preparing my olive oil. And how much olive oil? 3 tablespoons and 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So, I don't know if I had olive oil open yet or not. I think I already did, but we're going to go ahead and open this anyway. And this is over medium-high heat. So it goes up to 10. I'm going to put this on 7. Move the fork so the fork doesn't get hot. Might be a little more, might be a little less. Oh well. Now remember, 8 tablespoons of butter, which is a stick and like 1/4 of a stick. So there is one. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the cutting board. I should have done this when I prepped my ingredients, but I didn't think about it for whatever reason. Okay. And 2 more tablespoons. And where is the spatula that I had set out for today? Ah! All right. That is a lot of butter. Oh my goodness. And I got stuff all over here. All right. So my chicken should be ready For those of you playing the secret word game, your next word is dentist. The word is dentist. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take this. I can actually put my paprika away. You see, why did they tell me to do this step first with the butter? So I think I can do each piece separately, which is what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it in here. And I'm going to need that kitchen timer, definitely. And this is a little thicker than probably the trout would have been. So what I'm doing is I'm coating it. I flipped it. So I'm going to actually, we're going to pause the game for a minute. Actually, no, we're going to pause the game for a little bit. I lied, we're still playing. I'm going to clear that off. And we're going to use that timer on this chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and do that side for 3 minutes. Now I'm putting this platter in the oven. I hope it's oven safe. I'm pretty sure it is. And the oven's not that hot either, so that should be safe. Keep that there. While I have that going, I'm going to go ahead and start with my next piece, sticking it in the flour. It's nice and dry, not having any problems with it. Just make sure coat it evenly. That's starting to pop. I think I need a deeper skillet than that. Which I really don't want to turn down the heat because I want it to cook. It's a little thicker than the trout I had planned. So here's my next piece. It's nice and coated. Got another over a minute on that one. I'm going to use the pancake turner. I'm actually going to grab myself some tongs. I think you can get better grip on the chicken. This is going to be my test piece. And if you can hear me, I apologize. If you like what I'm doing, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments, and however you'd like to communicate with me, you're welcome to do so. My PayPal and my Cashapp are both EmberBurnsBlack. If you want to support what I do, you don't want to see me go on a hiatus again, because food can be expensive. I love talking to you guys. I know that our conversations are getting far and few between. I'm rising in popularity. I don't mean to be cutting a lot of you off. It's been 3 minutes on this side. That is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead, set the timer for another 3 minutes. That 3 minutes is just perfect. I'm going to take a spatula, kind of beat it down some. Because it's that chunk where it's a little thick I'm worried about. Going to be the most time-consuming part is doing each of these one by one. So while I got that going, I'm going to actually try doing 2 by 2 just to speed this up a little. So I already got one coated. I'm going to go ahead and start coating the second one here. That and the skillet's big enough for it. And I'm just patting it on, as you can see. Just grab the flour, pat it on, smudge it in there. Get all the edges, because the edges, see, aren't really floured. Make sure I get that edge. Hi, hold on a minute, guys. I am, smoky. Alright, so I got 2 ready for the pan. I'm going to put 2 in a minute. I got half a minute left on this one. And I'm just gently swooshing it to make sure it's still got liquid in the pan. But I think that 3 minutes is just perfect. Especially where I patted it down to get it thinner, cooking a little better. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and transfer this one to the oven. Alright, there's my timer. That is, a little dark on that side, but okay. Alright. The timer off. Put these next 2 on. Go ahead with another 3 minutes. Start my next 2. And the kitchen is very smoky. So I got that patted. Go ahead, pat this in. At this point, you have to wonder if the smoke detector in the house works. But hey, we're okay. Obviously, it's a controlled smoke. So get my next fillet, my next chicken boob, put that in. Now, if this was 4, this would be a lot easier. But remember, I got to feed 6 players, a DM, and a child. So I'm doing 8 instead of the 4. And by the looks of this, I think I'm actually going to be turning this down some. So I just went from a 7 to about a 3. So we got about 40 seconds left on this one. All right. 20 seconds left. And I still got juice in this pan, so I'm not totally killing it. All right, that's 3 minutes. Oh yeah. I'm glad I turned it down because that's a little darker than I wanted. Let's set it for another 3 minutes. Oops. All right, so 3 minutes on the other side. So the next thing I'm going to do after this is I'm going to juice one of the lemons. So I'm going to go ahead, while this is cooking, I'm going to wash out my juicer. Dry my hand. That is really dark, but it's not burnt. It looks burnt and it looks crispy, but if I touch it, it's still got some juiciness to it. So I'm not too worried. Which I knew this might be a problem when I decided to do chicken in the way of trout. So it is what it is, guys. So we still have 1.5 minutes on this side. There is still olive oil and butter in that pan, so don't worry about that. And it does say over medium-high heat, right? Yeah, medium-high heat. So while this is going, I'm going to start juicing 1/2 of the lemon, which, remember, we doubled up, so it'd be 1 of the whole lemons. And I'm actually going to grab a smaller cup this time. Not by much, but a smaller cup. And I'm going to start juicing the lemon. I still got orange pop on that. Hold on. All right. Guess I'll take this one. All right, that's time. I'm going to go ahead and move these to my warming plate. And that is definitely pan fried. And I turned the heat down, so hopefully that's not going to happen again. So let's move these two over. Okay, timer 3 minutes, because 3 minutes seems to be perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start my next two fillets. And again, just putting it in my pan, patting it up with the flour mixture. Then flip it and do the same thing on the other side. Make sure you get the sides, because the sides are so tough. So shake that off, nice and pretty. Get the other fillet, or my other chicken boob. And there is still oil and butter in that pan. Trust me, I checked. And I am not above adding more olive oil if I don't feel confident in the pan. So this is getting a little tough now. Alright, so I got these two ready to go. I still have 1.5 minutes on this. I'm going to go back to this lemon. And the lemon is actually a lot easier to juice than the orange. Look how quick that happened. What is that? That's gorgeous. Got some nice lemon going there. You can see my lemon juice. I'm going to keep that there to try to keep it sipping in. Got less than half a minute on this side of the chicken. This time it doesn't look black, which I'm liking. There's still a lot of liquid in this pan, so it hasn't gone dry on me yet. Gonna go ahead and give this wine a stir. I haven't for a while. Not boiling, thank God. Alright, time up. Flip. As burnt as the other ones. That's getting better. Timer 3 minutes. And you know what? I actually, looking at this skillet, I think I might have room to do 3 in the next pan so I can call it, because I'm getting a little tired of this. Usually when you rush, you don't want to rush, but I'm going to go ahead and rush it. Because, like I said, I'm tired. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pat my last trout fillet or chicken boob down with the powder, or down with the flour. Down with the powder. Ha ha ha. So I got that nice. Coated on that side. Now I'm going to coat the other side. I still have about 10 minutes on the wine. So I'm actually reading this, and I wasn't supposed to put all that butter in the pan. I'm supposed to put more butter in later. Sorry, I got the olive oil because I still got to do the shallot and the lemon. It's all right. So juice one of the lemons and cut the other lemon in 4 wedges. So that's doable. So while I have that going, I'm going to go ahead with the knife and cut my lemon. Alright, got some nice lemon wedges. Next 3 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and transfer these up. They are not as black. Still some juice on the pan, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that timer button. I'm going to put the last 3 on. Got room for it all. We're good. Set that timer 3 minutes. Now I can discard this. And you want to be careful because as soon as the water hits this, it's going to turn to paste. And if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm washing my hands, finally. I gotta get all that flour off. I'm sorry, guys. Alright. It's getting a little dry, but it's alright. Alright, so we got that cut up. So I'm actually going to take the rest of that stick of butter. And I'm going to melt the butter with the lemon juice. And I'm going to throw the parsley on when I'm done with this. So I have less than half a minute on this. What time is it? Huh. Which I finally got the smoke to clear, mostly. Thank God. Okay, that's up. I'm going to flip this. That is beautiful. That looks like fish. Alright. Another 3 minutes. And I am done today with the chicken. The wine, however, has about 4 minutes left. So, if you see me flipping sides, that's why. I keep seeing the chat pop up and nobody in the chat, so I'm actually gonna move my book because it's getting a little used up here. I'm gonna wash my hammer. So I got less than 2 minutes left on the chicken. Actually, I can't really move this. I'm about to use it. Ha! So I am going to put the heat back up to medium high here in a minute. And then add the shallot and lemon juice. Oh, wait. Yep. So I got about another minute left on that. I'm sorry, I'm a little bored. Remember, if you like, share. I am so close to getting not only partnership with YouTube, but also monetized. I am 2/3 of the way to 1/3, almost to the second. What I need now, most from all of you, is the same thing that brought me to this channel in the first place. Just watch. I need the watch time, guys. So remember, watch this content, share it, do whatever with it. Hello? Hey, hon, I was starting to get worried about you. I'm sorry, what happened? Oh, okay. Actually, I think we're going to use plate plates tonight. Is there any chance you can get me a rock star? Just a black and gold can. A black and gold rock star. Never mind, it's fine. No, the hobby shop doesn't have it. No, never mind, it's fine. Alright, just come home, okay? Alright, love you. Bye. Okay, sorry about that. So, the timer on the wine went up. The chicken is done. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to switch gears over to the wine real quick. So I did not allow it to boil. Add the vanilla and brandy. The vanilla is about 1/4 teaspoon. So do I take it off the heat? Oh, it says continue to simmer, so no. By the way, those of you playing the secret word game, your next word is stove. Stove is your next word. And I got to open this. Oh my gosh. Ah, that worked. So that looks about 3 spoonfuls. And then 6 tablespoons of the brandy because I am doubling up. And I don't know what 6... While I got that going, I'm going to go ahead and start melting this butter. Steady, thank you. Over medium-high. So I'm going to put this back on. I'm at, yeah, probably like a 5. Okay, melt that butter down. Alright, get this brandy going. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So, okay. Stirring occasionally, add the vanilla brandy and continue to simmer. Stirring occasionally, blend with flavors, about 2 minutes more. So I'm going to go ahead, put 2 more minutes on that. And whisk that together. And then over here, I got the butter melting. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the shallots. And I'm switching gears rapidly, guys. I know. That's why I have my book bookmarks. Okay. Add the shallots, stirring constantly until butter is golden brown, fragrant, with a nutty aroma. About 2 minutes. So it's almost golden brown. That's about golden brown. You can see it. Yep, that's golden brown. We go ahead and add that lemon juice. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn this off. And let that simmer. And then I'm going to take this parsley and I'm just going to chop it, chop, chop, chop. Okay, that's the 2 minutes on the wine. With the wine, hold on. Okay, so about 2 minutes more. Dress the flavor of the brown sugar and brandy if necessary with a slotted spoon. Remove the cinnamon, orange zest, and cloves. So let me do that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Get me a pot. So I had 4 pieces of orange zest. Got the cinnamon out. Got my orange zest. And as I'm doing this, I'm actually pulling some pulp out. So I'm not crazy over that, but oh well. 4 pieces of orange zest out. Got that going. I got this off. I'm going to go ahead and take that off the heat completely. So I'm going to get my mug. My mug, my favorite mug. So when you serve this, and it tells you how to warm the glass up, but I'm not really going to do that because it's coming off hot. But I am going to take the orange zest strip. Remember I started that at the beginning? Got my orange zest in my mug. My ladle for my wine. Which my guests are so used to ladling drinks by now, it's not even funny. So I got 2 scoops of wine here. Set that in a bowl for them because this oven's going to need rinsed. While I'm in here, I'm going to grab myself a plate. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to grab one of the blackened Knucklehead trouts. Okay. So I'm going to pour some of this over it. Actually, I'm not pouring anything over it. I'm going to scoop some on. I think it was supposed to remain juicy, and I let that fail. Shame on me. So I'm going to get some shallot for it. I'm going to get myself some parsley for it. And a lemon wedge. I'm going to squeeze that on as if it was a piece of trout. Get my fork and knife. Well, that is beautifully cooked. I'm going to try my first bite. Oh, that is like lemon chicken. Oh my god, that's good. And the shallot gives it like the perfect punch. Okay. Next up, the wine. Whoa, whoa. That is, that's very alcoholic wine. That's good though. It's really flavored. It's like, it almost tastes like Irish cream. I really like that. So anyway, quick reminder, guys. Those of you who are playing the secret word game, I do not take off my clothes. I know a lot of you like to forget that, but if that is what you're playing for, I am sorry. With that being said, your last word is goblets. So, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely need you guys to watch if you really want to support me. My PayPal and Cash App are both EmberBurnsBlack. And my email is, of course, EmberBurnsBlack on Gmail. Love you guys again. Thank you for watching.